Big news, guys. It looks like Big Ramy's making a comeback. 2025 Mr. Olympia. What do you guys think is going to happen? You think the Egyptian phenom is going to win back to Sandow? Do you think he's going to join Jay Cutler as the second man in 61 years to win back the Mr. Olympia title after having lost it? Or do you think this is just a bunch of hype? What's going on, everyone? This is Christian Duke. You're watching Strength Addicts on all social media platforms, powered by Iron Meg Labs. Make your mark with IML. Visit ironmeglabs.com today. I got to tell you, folks, I think this is hype. I think this is hot air. I think this is a way to sell tickets, sell pay-per-views, but at the same time, Big Ramy might also be out of money. I see him promoting a supplement company that's got like a red dragon on the cover of it. It's like a real kind of like basic supplement line, protein powder, creatine, pre-workout, nothing exciting. Haven't seen these products on sale at GNC or Vitamin World or Vitamin Shop. Haven't seen them at Walmart or Target. Maybe it's just for the Arab world. How much money could he possibly be making? I don't know. I don't know if he's making movies. I don't know how he's making his money. I know that he's still huge. I know that he's probably eating like a house. I know that he's probably taking a lot of gear, but I don't know where he's getting his money from. So maybe, just maybe, he ran out of money and he's doing the Olympia because he wants to make some proceeds. Maybe he wants to make buku bucks at the expo. Maybe he actually thinks he can win the title back. But in all honesty, a lot of things are happening in the sport of bodybuilding. William Bonac is actually getting pressed. Can you believe it? William Bonac is getting pressed. He deserves every bit of it. But for years, the press ignored him. Brandon Curry, who last year took 9th. When you take 9th, that's kind of like a message to retire. Dexter Jackson took 9th, retired that year. People are saying Brandon is looking like revamped, like he's again the prodigy of old. So you got the possibility of a Brandon Curry in the top 6, possibility of a Big Ramy in the top 6. You got Nick Walker making a comeback. You got Hadi Chupin coming back with a vengeance. You got Derek Lunsford working with Chris Aceto. You got Martin Fitzwater, who last year was 4th, should have been 3rd. He might win the whole thing. You got Samson at over 300 pounds ripped. You got Andrew Jack coming into the mix. Then you got guys like Hunter Labrada. Like, what's Hunter doing? You know what I mean? And it's just like, it's going to be a very, very interesting Olympia if all of these people make it to Vegas. But then you look at the Arnold Classic offering $500,000 and, a seemingly flawless pay-per-view experience. And then you compare it to last year's Olympia, people complaining about it lagging, people complaining about it like, bandwidth issues and freezing up, and people pay top dollar for that, whereas the Arnold, they don't charge you a cent. So again, I think that it's going to be interesting to see what happens. I personally, people say these comebacks, Big Ramy says he's going to make a comeback. He's going to be at the Olympia. Well, the Olympia isn't going to be until November, December. And here we are in January. He's not doing the Arnold. He's not doing the New York Pro. I can't really get excited about something like that. I know the whole media is going crazy because right now there is nothing. Everybody's looking at the Arnold. And right now we're kind of like in this lull. Every year there's this lull before the Arnold Classic, before the season properly kicks off. So I'm not really buying it, and it's kind of like one of those things, I'll believe it when I see it. Same thing with Nick Walker. I mean, Nick Walker has dropped out of 2 consecutive Olympias and didn't look like very much last year at the New York Pro when he robbed Martin Fitzwater. So again, well, he didn't rob him, the judges robbed him, but you know what I'm saying. So at the end of the day, I wrote an article about this comeback because I got to do my due diligence for ironmagazine.com, but I just, I'm drinking my favorite Ghost. But even with that being said, I just can't get excited. Bodybuilding has become kind of like this bait and switch situation. You know what I mean? A lot of smoke, a lot of mirrors, a lot of hype, not a lot in terms of product, not a lot in terms of actually showing for, and so I don't believe anything anymore. I think it would be great to see Big Ramy firing on all cylinders, back in the mix, battling it out for the top title, the top honors, the accolades, the respect. I'll believe it when I see it. For me, it's hard to get excited because people talk a lot of smack and they don't back it up. They write checks their asses can't cash. If Big Ramy comes back, hey, I will be the first to stand up, get out of my seat, buy a pay-per-view, maybe even go to the Olympia. Actually, I won't go to the Olympia because I'm not a sucker, and that's the thing. And I'm sorry if you're a big Ramy fan and you feel like I'm raining on your parade, but only a sucker would get excited about a comeback announced in January for a show that doesn't happen until November, December. So much can happen in the middle. This could amount to nothing but a bunch of bullshit, but I guess only time will tell.